Principle 8, ask for the business. Now notice I didn't say close the deal, because I don't like the ramifications of close the deal. Whenever I see an ad that says closers wanted, that sounds to me like someone who's doing one-shot sales and they don't really care about much of anything except you following a script, asking for the business, getting the order, and going on down the road. And that's fine. There are a lot of businesses that operate that way. In account sales, asking for the business means that you've already gone through the sales cycle, you've already put the appropriate value on the table, and you now have the right to ask for the business. And let me repeat that. You now have the right to ask for the business. You have to earn it. You have to get to a certain point. You have to put enough value on the table that you can ask that customer to entrust their well-being to your company. A common mistake among salespeople who fail is thinking that presentation is the same thing as selling. And let me repeat that because it's very important. Presentation is not the same thing as selling. Presentation skills are very important. It gives you a chance to showcase the many features and benefits of your product, particularly if in the sales interview before the presentation you've asked good questions and you've gained a good understanding of the customer's business. But still, no matter how effectively you present your product, if you expect that customer to go, wow, that's so good, let's start a relationship right away, here's an order. I mean, occasionally it happens, but by and large, you're going to have to ask them to entrust their business to you before they do it. And the best way to ask for the business is by recapping the benefits that you've already presented and that they've agreed to. This gives you the right, as we discussed earlier, to say, we'd like to be your vendor, how about we start tomorrow? Once you've asked for the business and they've agreed, make sure you get an observable buying action. Do it right away. The deal doesn't get any better than yes. Once they say yes, it isn't going to improve, it's only going to get worse. And time becomes your enemy. Once time passes from yes until an actual business relationship begins, the more time that passes, the more you run the risk of buyer remorse or them losing their buying fervor or their commitment to your product. So when they say yes, schedule the pickup. How about we start tomorrow? Get the contract signed. Let me deliver supplies to you this afternoon. Make sure that they're ready to go. And if they say no, if they start stalling, well, I don't want those supplies today. Can we put off that contract signing for a couple of weeks? Then you know you haven't really closed the deal. But either you have not built enough value or there's an objection that you have not uncovered. And that is one of the benefits of asking for the business. If you feel like you've done your homework, if you've earned the right to ask for a relationship, if you've earned the right to ask them to spend their money with you, and they don't want to do something that really commits them to the business, if they don't want to take an observable buying action, if they don't want to do something that demonstrates their commitment to the deal, then you have the right to say, why not? And many times, if there is a hidden objection, this is where you find it. But if you don't ask for the business, it never surfaces. They give you a general okay. You go home feeling good about yourself, and it turns out you don't really have the deal. And it's much harder to start over and to get to the same point again and to find out what the hidden objection is than it is to do it right there. So don't stop. Once you've gained agreement, once they've said, okay, we can start a business relationship, make sure they're committed to it. And if they aren't, ask why not, remove the objection, add the value needed, and then ask again.